Good morning, folks, and afternoon. My name is Alexis Short. I'm the Digital Communication Strategist for the National Research Mentoring Network. Today, we also have Ms. Katie Stinson, who is our Virtual Engagement Strategist for the National Research Mentoring Network. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule today for joining the webinar. As you know, our mission is to diversify the biomedical research and STEM fields, and we do that by offering virtual mentorship, professional development. In addition to these professional development webinars, we have a network of over 13,000 mentors and mentees nationwide. So very powerful networking tool. So I'm going to show you some of the resources available to you on NRMNet.net, and Ms. Katie Stinson will be demonstrating the functionality after registration so that you can see some of the networking functions of and the power of the network. So great, and this will be about 45 minutes, so we would love to showcase about 10 to 15 minutes of questions and Q&A. At the end, please just enter your questions into the chat box, and we will address them at the end of the webinar during that Q&A portion. Alrighty, so thank you so much again for attending. As I mentioned, this is our website. We do have resources catered by career stage. So we have we serve undergraduate students all the way to senior faculty, academic deans, administrators. So we really promote that mentoring life cycle here at NRMN. But some of the features I wanted to list out to you is about the Research Mentoring Network. So what do? We offer virtual mentorship, professional development, and I invite you to watch this wonderful video on your own time. But we really have built a strong community of mentors and mentees across the nation, supporting each other and nurturing that next generation of future scientists. Another component I wanted to showcase on our website is our specific resources that are available to you. So as I mentioned, there are two distinct factors. There are resources on NRMNet, and there are also resources on MyNRMN, which is behind that account registration. For example, MyNRMN, behind that account registration, you have the capacity to formulate groups, create an online CV builder, and it's a really awesome platform. In addition to that one-on-one guided virtual mentoring component, we actually utilize that the account registration questions to optimally match you with your mentor or mentee depending on how you signed up. After you have selected your mentee, you both have to select on each other, but once you do so, we then give you discussion prompts to make sure that you're engaging in a meaningful capacity. Some of the resources that we have on NRMNet, we have our career development webinars. I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This will give you notifications about our upcoming webinars. For example, how to develop a research question, how do I apply for grad school? So some really helpful components on there. Also, we have our NRMN blog. So I don't know if you know, but we have a monthly newsletter or announcement newsletter, and we disseminate to over 22,000 subscribers all over the world. So we really have a strong presence, and we would love to showcase the community and all of their wonderful activities that they're engaging within mentorship, professional development at their individual sites. So really invite you to subscribe to that as well. But also we have a little bit more information surrounding the NRMN UO1 studies. This is also located here. I invite you to dive in further and read a little bit more about some of the differences in the funding structure within NRMN Phase 2. Also, we have a robust social media presence, so if you are not following us on Facebook and Twitter, as well as Insta, YouTube, Flickr, we're everywhere. Please do join us so that you can continue to stay connected in some of the upcoming opportunities, as well as an additional means of staying connected with the community. Okay, so we also have an upcoming calendar events feature. If you went to SACNAS this year, we invite you to join our virtual group that Ms. Katie, I think, will give you a little snippet on here shortly. But also, we would love to be able to partner with you in a more depth capacity, if you will. But we invite you to explore this page on why to become an NRMN partner. As I mentioned before, the mission is to diversify the biomedical research in STEM fields. and we have developed resources that we would love to share with your community and invite you to join as well. We're here to support you. We've developed these resources to help aid in the transition of career stages, whether you're thinking about grad school or your PhD. We want to help you navigate some of those hurdles or those life choices. So we do invite you to join. If you still have questions on how to connect, you can scan this QR code that will take you directly to our sign up page. But of course, there's no better time for mentorship than now, and we offer it in the virtual capacity. So we really try to make our resources as easy for you to use and as intuitive as possible. So please do, if you have any further questions, I invite you to send us an email on info@nrmnet.net. If you have any ideas surrounding a career development webinar, or if you have if you would like to share your SACNAS experience, please do send us an email. We would love to feature your content or have the conversations on how to support your network with some of the resources that NRMN has developed. Okay, so wonderful. We would love to partner with you. Now I would briefly like to show you some of the blog components. So as I mentioned, we actually have over 22,000 subscribers, and we have some really great content. We try to stay active in the social media world. We facilitate Twitter chats. We also have opportunities upcoming this fall, so I invite you to explore some of those features. In addition to, actually, our PI was recently recognized for the PASM Award. So we're very, very proud of him for that. So this is just another great way to stay connected with our community, as well as the news within NRMN. Also, I invite you to explore some of these diversity funding opportunities, and this is located under the news section. So as the National Research Mentoring Network Resource Center, one of our goals is to actually connect you with resources that are most beneficial to assisting your career transitions and your scholastic journey, right? So I invite you to join this page. We also have an NRMN opportunity board where the entire community has access to post internships, summer research opportunities, job boards, things of that nature. So really great community to get connected with. And of course, if you are not already an NRMN member, we absolutely would love to have you, and we invite you to join. Okay, and at this time, Miss Katie will actually demonstrate some of the functionalities of MyNRMN, which sit behind that account registration. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. Hi, everyone. This is Katie Stinson. As Alexis said, I am the Virtual Engagement Strategist for the National Research Mentoring Network. And what that title really means is that I work on and promote and just help users do everything they can within our guided virtual mentoring, within our virtual community, which is MyNRMN. Within that virtual community also is our guided virtual mentoring platform, MyMentor. Now, this platform used to actually sit in its own separate entity, but since we were refunded back in July of this year, we have since integrated the platform into our existing MyNRMN networking platform, and that way there is a seamless connection between all of our mentoring and networking offerings. So you can see here from your screen that we are on the MyNRMN homepage. So whenever you come into this page, what you'll see is that this looks very similar to several other social media platforms such as Facebook or LinkedIn. The difference here is that this is catered specifically for people in the STEM community. So this is all just things that are going to be useful for you and with a community of people that are looking to help you. So if you'll look, you can see that there is a panel on the left-hand side which has all of our different features. Then across the top on a menu, there's also all those features listed again, just that way you always have easy access to these. So then down the center of the page, there is your timeline where people can post to you and where you can post updates on what's going on with you. Then on the right-hand side, you've got a list of recommended members. Now this is coming directly from that profile that you complete in order to join NRMN. So we actually have an algorithm built into the system that just helps you find other like-minded people that are in your same path and in your same career. We also have done the same thing with the recommended groups. And if you have anything else going on in the platform, such as calendar events, or if you're a member in the MyMentor and you have a mentoring connection going, then you'll also see that all listed right on that right-hand side. Then we have a very, very robust search feature. So up at the very top, let's type in biology and see where that goes. So, and Alexis, from here, I'm going to go ahead and take the screen over. And, oh, let's see. So I apologize for this. My screen just started refreshing. But whenever you type in anything into the search menu, it will immediately come up and show you a list of everybody that is in that field. So if we type in biology, this will generally pop up and say, give you all different members that are in the biology, mentors as well as mentees. It will also show you which groups have biology mentioned, which journal entries have biology mentioned. And it really is just a robust feature that's just introducing you to the entire platform and giving you a synopsis of everything in there that's within that key term. So next on the list, we've got this My Journals feature. So what this is kind of your own blog post that you can send out whatever you want to all of the people that you're connected to in the platform. So this can go in, and you've got multiple different functions here where you can either mark it as private so that it is only available to your connections, or you can mark it as public and it'll actually show up on the My NRMN journals. But what we'd like to see here is just anything that you want to share with the community as a whole. So this can be that you just posted an abstract and you're really proud of it and you got it published and you're excited about it. This can be you posting your goals for what you want to do for this upcoming semester, so that way you can have people help hold you accountable and also to encourage you along the way. This can also be that you got something published. This can be that you got accepted for a presentation at a conference. This really can be anything here that you want to share. And whenever you do want to share it publicly to the MyNRMN community, it'll populate here within the MyNRMN journals. So you can see that people post here about paid internships, their goals for what they're going to do at SACNAS, summer research opportunities, help with an abstract. So this is really just a great way to kind of share what you have with the greater community as a whole. So within the MyNRMN platform, it is very focused to where whenever you want to communicate with somebody, it is generally a one-on-one communication or something that you've already set up for yourself. So you're always communicating with a set and distinct grouping of people. However, there are two different components where you can actually communicate with the network as a whole. One of them is this My NRMN journals where you can post anything in here. Then we also have this Ask a Mentor feature that is kind of like a Reddit feed where you can go in and just post a question to the entire community. And from that area, anybody within the community can respond to you and answer your question. So it can be, something general to the group where you want mentees and mentors to respond, or it could even be something specific of just asking for help. So next on the list, I'm going to show you our My Files section. So this is right down here, and this is a repository, actually, kind of just some storage space for you. But whenever you share anything on here, it is also going to get shared with your connections too, just so that you really can get some help with anything that you want on here. So a lot of people will use this actually as a way to tag in some of the research that they're doing. And then when people see what they're tagging in and see how they're storing things and see what they're utilizing for their research topics, people can come in and add things to it or comment that, they like what you're working on, or just really give you encouragement along the way, or even suggestions about how to proceed forward. But yeah, you do have unlimited space in here, so feel free to add anything in here that you like. Next, I'm going to go over the My Groups feature. So this is one of the ways where you can communicate with multiple people at the same time, but but still having it be a niche group that you designate and choose for yourself. So the one I'm actually going to highlight today is, thanks to Alexis's mention, the recruitment one that we had for this past fall for all the conferences that we went to, starting with ACES and then SACNAS, and then finally this past week, ABRCAMS. So this group, I'll go ahead and open it up for you. looks like this on the inside. So you can see that we've got over 115 members in this group, and each one of them can communicate on here. They can get messages from us. They can get more information about how we're going to be at, or how we're going to connect with people at the conferences, where we're going to be located. And even people within the conferences themselves can reach out to each other and decide where to meet up or decide to have meetings. Something else that's great about these groups is that you can actually do a video chat within the group itself. So you can set a calendar event, send that out to everybody within the group, and then actually have a group meeting with everybody involved using our video chat feature. So we do have a virtual meeting space within the MyNRMN platform that works very similarly to Skype or FaceTime. And you can utilize that either one-on-one with another member or through this group feature. Now, anybody in MyNRMN can create a group. So you don't have to be a mentor, mentee, or an administrator. Anybody can create a group. So I recommend first that you do search and see if there is a group already in existence that is what you're wanting to do. But if there isn't one, or if you want something that's more specific, we definitely encourage you to make a group of your own. And how you do that is by saying create a new group, and then you get this screen. So you get to name your group whatever you want, add in a description, add any tags so that other people can search for you, and then also designate a group type. Now we've got 4 different types here, all which are similar to what's already in Facebook. So there is the public group that anybody can search for and join. There's the private group that is not searchable to the outside world, but you can send invites to anybody that you would like to join. There is invite only that is searchable to the outside world, but they have to request an invite in order to be able to join. And there's an announcements group, which is similar to a Facebook fan page where people can just subscribe to your announcements. Additionally, once a page is created or a group is created, it will have its own public page. And even this little part back here can be updated to whatever you want it to be. So if you want it to be the biology group, you could actually have this say biology directly. And that way you could actually make it easier for people to find. You can also add in your own resources. You can enable a group notification email so that way people will be alerted when things are added. And you can change out the group owners or add as many on as you like. This is especially important for people that are doing cohort stylings or people that are at institutions where jobs may have turnover when people get promoted. So this way, whenever someone does leave their designated area, you can still go in and make the change, and that way the group is not lost completely, or access to the group is not lost completely. And then from there, you can add members to the group and even go in and add your own image that you like. Now, once a group has been created, you get your own unique URL. And what I've seen a lot of places do is they'll post this URL on their own website. So that way, anybody that's going in to go check out that website can immediately go here, and then that way they can join the group. And a lot of groups do, or I'm sorry, a lot of institutions, individuals, just a lot of different groups or organizations use these groups in order to disseminate information to their specific cohort or team or anything of that nature. And then this also makes it really easy for people to go in and join and see what's going on with the group. And they can also easily register for NRMN. Next, I'm going to show you our CV resume builder, which is located right over here. So I don't know if any of you have ever worked in the business field or if all of you already have your CVs and resumes created, but in case you haven't, or if you're just looking to revamp yours, or if you're just looking for some guidance on how to make it more full and robust, this is a great step-by-step process to take you through that. So, because as I'm sure you're all aware, the STEM CVs are quite intense and it's easy to miss something. So this really helps you make sure that you get everything on there. So what it's going to do is have you fill in first your complete your main information. You can choose to have a profile pic. Obviously mine loaded in because that's what's in my profile, but I'm choosing not to display it on my CV. That's just my personal preference. You can also pick a color. And then from there, you just decide what all information you would like to input. You can add anything in or leave anything out. It's completely up to you, but it will guide you through all the different entities for you to go through and that all need to be included within your CV or resume. Then once you have everything set up the way you like, you click publish. Whenever that happens, you'll get this green bar at the top that will actually take you to your CV, which is right here. So you can see that color I chose was green, and then you can see my entire CV, and you also have a unique URL that you can post anywhere. So a lot of people, especially if they don't have a Scopus ID or ORCID ID created yet, they'll be able to use this so people can still have access to their information. However, I also know that most places don't just want a URL, they actually want a PDF for you to upload. And here is that. All you do is click download, and then you've got your PDF here, and it's all already created and formatted for you. All right, so next I'm going to move on to the MyMentor platform. So again, this is the MyMentor guided virtual mentoring. Previously, this platform was separated, but now it is completely and fully integrated into the NRMN network. So within this platform, what people will do is come in and enroll as either a mentee or mentor. And then once they are matched with somebody, they will enter into a long extended duration, usually 4 to 5 months or so, into a guided virtual mentoring connection. So throughout this connection, the guided part of it, we will actually provide you goals that have tasks involved that will guide you through your connection. And it's really great because this is not just okay, what are you doing in the lab today? Here's step-by-step process of how to do that in an experiment. This is actually looking at you as a person and actually trying to help you as a person develop your self-efficacy and develop your confidence and really take what makes you you and make that something that you can build toward and build off of in order to help you enhance your education, your career, and just wherever you want to go with that. We do also utilize that matching algorithm that we obtain from your profile questions into helping you identify your best match. So whenever mentees come in, you can see here I've already joined as a mentor, but whenever mentees come in, there will be a button right here that's saying join as a mentee. For mentors, it will say please join as a mentor. And from there, mentees actually get to go through and designate and find their mentor. If they're not comfortable reaching out to somebody, there is an option where they can have me designate a mentor for them. And I do use that matching algorithm in order to help identify their best match. For mentors, if you would like to be more active in the system and like to actively seek somebody out, just utilize this need help function, and then I can help you find a mentee. Otherwise, we'll just wait for somebody that is going to be a good match for you and then pair you up with them. Now, once you're actually engaged in a mentoring connection, you will have a series of goals that will take you through the entire process. So you can see there's a goal that goes out about once per week. However, this is all completely customizable. So yes, these are available on a weekly basis or actually they're all available at once, and then they're due on a weekly basis. But if that's not going to work for you, if that time frame is just too quick or even too slow, then you can change that. And that's the beauty of this, is that we want it to be what's best for you and what you need out of this. So within each of these, whenever you open up one of the goals, goals are here. So whenever you open up one of the goals, you can see that you've got your actual goal here and then tasks to accomplish throughout your connection and tasks to accomplish throughout your discussions. So these are set up with a SMART goal format. So you have your goal, but then we have tasks to go through. Now, whenever I say this is a SMART goal format, this is an idea for you to go through. It's not necessarily something that you have to follow to the T each and every time. And that's why we make this completely customizable. So for all of these, you can edit the goals, you can edit the tasks, you can edit the time frame. So if you need to change the wording, if this just isn't applicable to you, make it your own. So we try to accommodate as much as we can for everybody, but if you have something specific that you need to do and that you want to accomplish, please, by all means, make this your own. And in fact, if you even want to utilize all of these, but then add in some of your own, you can actually come in, I keep going to the wrong one, and add your own goal and make something from scratch just for yourself. So like I said, you can customize any of these, you can add your own. This is what you need to make of it to get the most out of it for you. So whenever you do want to edit anything, you simply click Edit Goal, and then that opens up like this. So you can see that all of this, even the title is customizable. The due dates are customizable. Everything on here is as customizable as you need it to be to get the most out of it that you need. So then, finally, let me go back. So whenever you are going through this, you can see you've got a mentoring timeline here, and then you also have a mentoring calendar. Now, the calendar is also accessible through right here, or that will show up on your dashboard as well. So whenever you go to the calendar, you can see that all of these will show up on here. But anytime you want to move any of these, you can absolutely move them, and they will shift along with you. And then if I had any other events on here, if I had anything else that was going on throughout my NRMN, my section of NRMN, or I'm sorry, my instance of my NRMN, then all of that would show up as here well. It's not just exclusive to the MyMentor platform. So that about takes us through the MyNRMN virtual community. I'd like to go ahead and open it up for questions now. Unless Alexis, do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
Not at this time. Yep, let's open the floor for questions. Unfortunately, I don't see any, but we'll give it a couple minutes.
Sounds good.
And also, folks, just wanted to let you know that we have recorded this webinar, and we will be placing this on the NRMN YouTube channel. So if you wanted to go back and rewatch some of the functionalities that we demonstrated today, we very much encourage you to do so. As I mentioned, just hit that subscribe button on NRMNet YouTube's channel. And yes, we are thrilled to bring these resources to you. Also, we do host these How to Leverage the NRMN Network webinars on the monthly, and our next webinar will actually be on December 9th, which is the second Monday in December. Just because of the holidays and, you know, with people traveling, we wanted to make sure that those of you who would be available have that opportunity to join us. So December 9th, which is that second Monday from 11 a.m. to about 11:30, 11:45, depending on schedules, or questions rather, and that is in Central Time. So thank you very, very much, everybody, for dedicating the time to allow us to show you some of these resources that are available to you. And if you have any questions, or if you're interested in partnerships, please do send us an email at info@nrmnet.net. And thank you so much. Ms. Katie, do you have anything else to add before we sign off?
That is it for me. If anybody does need anything, again, all of us can be reached at that info@nrmn.net, or I'm sorry, nrmnnet.net. And if you have any questions about this platform, you can reach out to that email address, or you can also utilize the need help function, and I can walk you through any of it again.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. And hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.